Hello and welcome back to the channel. A little bit of an update on the news here in Spain. Well, I'm in Lanzarote, but the news is floating around. It has been floating around for the last couple of days. You might have read in certain newspapers that there are slogans floating around the airports, around the cities and around the towns of tourists from the UK, Brits especially, go back home. There are campaigns going on, hunger strikes, people are arm in arms in capital cities against the tourists. Apparently they don't want the Brits back in this country, or in Lanzarote, Ibiza and the mainland Spain. There are certain parts of it claiming that you're not allowed to come to the country, or they don't want you in this country. Now that was a few days ago, but notifications just come up on my phone now of a news from the Telegraph Express stating that this has all been a hoax. Apparently it's the English media. The Spanish are claiming it's the English media that are pushing this propaganda out. Spanish have not mentioned this. On top of that, little bit of news stating that you have to have a certain amount of cash to enter the country, as in £97 a day. I don't know how they worked that one out, but apparently £97 a day. Why not 100? Works out about 113 euros. Apparently you have to show when you enter certain Spanish countries, should I say, as in Ibiza, the Canary Islands and the mainland Spain again, you have to show the fact that you have more than £97 per day. So basically say 100 quid. So if you're coming away for a fortnight, you have to have £1,400 on you, either in cash or with a credit card with a bank statement. And I'm talking about now a printed bank statement, one that you would receive about 10 years ago from your bank. People don't get printed bank statements sent through the doors anymore. They're normally online. So how you would have a printed bank statement when you enter an airport, I don't know. Apparently that can happen. There's been a survey done recently, and apparently 3 people have been pulled up, 2 in Alicante and 1 in Madrid, and had to show their funds, and apparently all I did was flash a credit card and they were waved through. So that's not being put in force, but apparently they're looking at, it's just the UK Brits, I don't know why, it's just the UK Brits at the present moment are being penalised. So if you enter an airport, a Spanish airport, you might be asked to prove that you have £97 a day to live on or more. A little bit of advice, this is just my advice: if you're coming out to Spain and you're here for 7 days, then bring £700 with you in cash. I am personally not going to be showing my bank statements to anybody that I don't know, especially someone at an airport. I don't know how they're going to reinforce this, but the initial thing that I've come on for is the hoax over the Spanish government saying it's a hoax. Now I don't really know. 2 days ago it was all over the news. Now I don't know if the Spanish government have thought, oh god, let's get on and make an announcement that it's a hoax. Were they planning on bringing in that initial rule? 1 minute they're saying, there's all over the news that they don't want Brits in Spain, and next minute they're saying it's a hoax, and then next minute they're blaming the UK media for blowing this out of proportion. Now the other thing I must say to you now that I've read today, and I'm going to be part of this next week, I'm going to Mallorca next week, and I got a email this morning off one of the hotels that I'm going to be reviewing. I'm doing 5 hotels while I'm in Spain, in Mallorca. I'm staying in a place called Arenal, and I'm doing 5 hotels. 4 of them are all inclusive and 1 is half board. Now I've received an email only off one hotel to state that the all inclusive does not really include alcohol. It does, but you are only allowed, this is off the particular hotel, you are only allowed 3 alcoholic beverages with your lunch and 3 alcoholic beverages with your evening meal. That includes wines and spirits. Any other time when you go to the bar in that hotel, you will have to pay for your alcoholic drinks. So that's not all inclusive. Apparently it's a law that came in late last year in certain parts of Mallorca and Ibiza. Now I don't know if they're going to spread this across the whole of Spain, but at the moment where I'm staying, Arenal, Magaluf and Ibiza, they've already brought that law in. You're only allowed 3 drinks with your evening meal, 3 drinks with your lunch. That's not classed, as far as I'm concerned, as all-inclusive. So be very careful when you are booking your all-inclusive holidays, especially to Spain. Apparently it's to clamp down on the lagerlouts, as they call it. They don't want people going around drunk. Now that doesn't make sense, because if you're only allowed 3 free drinks with your lunch and 3 free drinks with your evening meal, but you can still purchase alcohol at the bar. So how does that clamp down on so-called lagerlouts? You're still allowed to buy drink. And you can go out of the hotel and go to any bar and drink. So I don't really know where they're coming from on this. To me, it sounds like they're just penalising tourists, especially British tourists. Tell me what you think. Put it down in the comments down below. But just be wary about the law changing now in Spain at the moment. Some of it's a hoax. Some of it is actually going to be, I think, is going to be put in place. Especially the £97 rule. It's already in there. People have actually been pulled up at certain airports. I don't know how they're going to put in the all-inclusive. I don't know how that's going to work, because you're paying for all-inclusive. You should be all-inclusive, not 6 drinks per day. 3 with your afternoon meal and 3 with your evening meal. And then you can purchase your drinks. That's not clamping down on lagerlouts, as they call them. How is it clamping down? Because you can still purchase drinks. I think it's a cop-out on the all-inclusive. And I think it's penalising people who are not in the EU. Again, this is Brexit again. It's made a major effect, I think, on especially the UK tourism. Tell me what you think. Put it down in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course hit that notification bell. And I'll see you in the next video. Put loads of comments down below. Watch the news. Some of it's a hoax, some of it's real. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.